Stars who totally look like younger versions of other celebs. When young stars start out on their career paths, they probably hope to become recognizable celebrities in their own rights. However, as these familiar faces have found, they often wind up being compared to other stars who have come before them. And judging by the following examples, it's not hard to see why that would happen. Justin Bieber and Paul Wesley. The resemblance between former teen idol Justin Bieber and the vampire Diaries star Paul Wesley is uncanny. Though separated by 12 years, the pair share sculpted jawlines and shapely eyebrows, as well as a brooding glare. Wesley even appeared to acknowledge his likeness to the star by reportedly dressing up like a young Bieber one time. Sebastian Stan and Mark Hamill. Sebastian Stan entered the world of sci-fi with his 2011 appearance in Captain America: The First Avenger. However, it just so happens that his celebrity doppelganger had already been a star of the genre for over 3 decades. That's because, with his wide blue eyes and slightly downturned mouth, Stan is a dead ringer for a young Mark Hamill, who's more than 30 years his senior. Liam Hemsworth and Jeff Bridges. Long before Liam Hemsworth became a heartthrob in The Hunger Games, Jeff Bridges had already set pulses racing in a range of Hollywood classics. But not only do the pair having dashing good looks in common, they also basically share the same face. Despite a 4-decade age gap, both boast dreamy blue eyes and the ability to carry an impressive amount of facial hair with style. Jessica Biel and Christy Turlington. With their bright, wide smiles, striking green eyes and button noses, the cineactress Jessica Biel and supermodel Christy Turlington look like they could genuinely be related. With their 14-year age difference, they might perhaps play on-screen sisters. Given just how similar they look, in fact, they could probably even pass off as twins. Bradley Cooper and Ralph Fiennes. If you'd have told us that Bradley Cooper shared a likeness with Harry Potter villain Voldemort, we'd have laughed in your face. But it turns out that, underneath all that makeup, British star Ralph Fiennes has more than a passing likeness to the A-star-as-born actor, who's more than a decade his junior. Anne Hathaway and Julia Roberts. Throughout her career, Anne Hathaway has been constantly compared to Julia Roberts. And it's not hard to see why people make that connection. Both actresses sport flowing brunette locks, beaming grins, and an allure that has made both women firm fan favorites. According to reports, Roberts was in fact once approached to play Hathaway's mom in a movie. But since there are only 15 years between them, Roberts allegedly didn't take very kindly to the idea. Jennifer Lawrence and Renee Zellweger. Not only do Jennifer Lawrence and Renee Zellweger have an Oscar, BAFTA and 3 Golden Globes in common, but they also share an undeniable resemblance to one another. While there are a little over 20 years between the two actresses, the striking similarities between them have been noted in the press, particularly their piercing blue eyes and golden tresses. Paula Patton and Halle Berry. Paula Patton was dubbed the next Halle Berry following her success in action movie Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol in 2011. The role came almost 10 years after Berry herself starred in the Bond movie Die Another Day. And as well as knowing how to wield a gun, both actresses share a radiant beauty and bright eyes, despite their 10-year age difference. Olivia Cooke and Winona Ryder. With her big brown eyes and creamy complexion, Ready Player One actress Olivia Cooke looks just like a young Winona Ryder. Not only do the pair share a physical likeness, but both stars also started their careers at an early age. Ryder was just 16 when she appeared in Beetlejuice and Heathers, while Cooke was 18 when she landed her debut film role in The Quiet Ones. Brad Pitt and Robert Redford. Comparisons between Brad Pitt and Robert Redford are nothing new, of course. Nonetheless, as both stars have gotten older, their similarities have grown. While both were once blonde-haired, blue-eyed Hollywood heartthrobs, the two actors have matured into more rugged hunks. Interestingly, one of Pitt's breakthrough roles came in 1992 when he starred in A River Runs Through It, a film directed by his lookalike Redford. Millie Bobby Brown and Natalie Portman. If it wasn't for the 23-year age gap, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown was the long-lost twin of a young Natalie Portman. In fact, the likeness between the actresses is so strong that some fans have expressed their hope that the pair might star together as mother and daughter one day. Dacre Montgomery and Robert Downey Jr. Brown's Stranger Things co-star Dacre Montgomery also has a famous doppelganger in the form of an older actor. In certain corners of the internet, Montgomery's resemblance to a young Robert Downey Jr. has been discussed at length. And it's not hard to see why. Both stars boast strong jawlines and mysterious eyes that can perfectly execute a dreamy faraway gaze. Daisy Ridley and Keira Knightley with their brown eyes and brunette locks, British beauties Daisy Ridley and Keira Knightley could seriously be sisters. It seems that Star Wars star Ridley doesn't agree, however. When asked about the comparisons between her and Knightley in 2015, she told the Daily Mail, "People have always said that I look like Keira Knightley. But it is actually really frustrating." Selena Gomez and Catherine Zeta-Jones with their plump lips, glinting eyes and smoldering looks, Selena Gomez and Catherine Zeta-Jones could convincingly star as mother and daughter. A full 2 decades separate the two actresses, in fact, meaning that the age gap would be almost perfect. What's more, Zeta-Jones has plenty of parental experience, given that she and her husband Michael Douglas share a son called Dylan and a daughter named Karis. Ryan Gosling and Alec Baldwin. Once you notice the similarity between Ryan Gosling and the Alec Baldwin of yesteryears, it's hard to unsee it. The leading men seem to share the same jawline and chin, while there's also an unmistakable likeness around the eye area. Spookily, the pair both starred in a 2017 episode of Saturday Night Live on which Baldwin impersonated another of his lookalikes, Donald Trump. Ariel Winter and Rachel Weisz. There's something familiar about Modern Family's Raven beauty Ariel Winter. That's because she looks exactly like a younger version of British actress Rachel Weisz. Both stars have round hazel eyes that stand out against their alabaster complexions and dark flowing hair. There's almost 30 years separating Winter and Weisz, meaning they'd make a convincing mom and daughter. Alexandra Daddario and Tiffany Thiessen with their light blue eyes and sleek brown manes, Alexandra Daddario and Tiffany Thiessen look strikingly similar. In fact, the resemblance between the two actresses is so clear that some fans have believed them to be related. They aren't, but they did appear together in the USA Network series White Collar. Ella Purnell and Natasha McElhone. British actresses Ella Purnell and Natasha McElhone have more than their home country in common. With their delicate bone structures and wide, round eyes, the pair could have been separated at birth if it wasn't for the near 30-year age difference between them. Purnell is currently making a name for herself starring in Sweetbitter on Starz, while McElhone is probably best known for her role in Californication. Christian Slater and Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is known for his half-crazed grin and emotive arched eyebrows. Christian Slater is another actor who possesses those distinct features and, as a result, looks a lot like the Easy Rider star. In 2017, Slater told an audience at Edmonton Expo that being compared to his role model, Nicholson, was a thrill. Amy Poehler and Beverly D'Angelo. It was pointed out on the internet that Amy Poehler of Parks and Recreation fame looks just like Beverly D'Angelo from the National Lampoon's Vacation films. People couldn't believe they'd never noticed before. Both women have a natural funny bone, and their big blue eyes and blonde hair make the resemblance greater. Christian Bale and James Brolin. By the time Christian Bale was born in Wales in 1974, James Brolin was already a Hollywood star. However, that hasn't stopped some fans from wondering if the pair could somehow be secretly related. That's because the resemblance between the two stars is uncanny, and both have a shared ability to pull off a great goatee. Ian Somerhalder and Rob Lowe. Despite a 14-year age gap, Ian Somerhalder and Rob Lowe look as if they could have been separated at birth. The two Hollywood heartthrobs are known for their dashing good looks and icy blue eyes. But in spite of the similarities between the pair, they aren't related at all, with Somerhalder growing up in Louisiana and Lowe hailing from Virginia. Gemma Ward and Amanda Seyfried. The likeness between model Gemma Ward and actress Amanda Seyfried is uncanny. Both women boast enchanting green eyes, adorable dimples and bouncing blonde locks. And what's more, their mouths look eerily similar, too. Nevertheless, there's no connection between Ward and Seyfried, with the former hailing from Australia while the latter is all-American. Mary-Kate Olsen and Madonna. While Mary-Kate Olsen and Madonna have each been viewed as fashion icons at different points in the past few decades, the pair have started to look more and more like each other in recent years. Though there may be close to 30 years between the former child star and the singer, both women know how to rock a middle parting and smoky eyeliner. The similarities between Mulholland Drive actor Justin Theroux and Mad Men star John Slattery might not be glaringly obvious, but there's still something in the celebrities' face shapes that just makes them look alike. Furthermore, both men are slim-built and each seems to possess an air of urbanity that sets them apart from most of their contemporaries. What do you think about these stars? Are they look like the duplicate version of the other celebs or not? Watch our video to know more about them and don't forget to tell us your view about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more related videos.